What are you doing in there with the vanguards, nosy little spies, and all those grasping dread? Terribly churlish of Rogue to lock me out of the house, and let you of all people in. Clear out the pests while you're there, why don't you? The role of exterminator suits you. Opening the curtains for me? Well, that's a kindness done for a nosy neighbor. Don't mind me watching over your shoulder till I can find my own way inside. I'm ever so curious about Rolk's interior decor. What are you doing in there with the vanguards, nosy little spies, and all those grasping dread? Terribly churlish of Rogue to lock me out of the house, and let you of all people in. Clear out the pests while you're there, why don't you? The role of exterminator suits you. They didn't ask to be born into this world. Sad, unloved things, put together so hastily. Now they're searching for a way to make it better. Something to bandage their spiritual boo-boos. But you like them bleeding, don't you? Makes them easier to kill. Dread who moved into my brother's ship, I won't defend. What a nasty group of people. Villains to their core. But I have had some lovely conversations with subjugators elsewhere, you know. Elegant minds on them. It's nice to engage in a little girl talk. Play a game with me, Guardian. Imagine yourself among the Dread, raised by an uncaring god, burdened with duties you never asked for. Always praying for word from the silent thing that made you. How would that feel? A distant leap of imagination for you, I'm sure. I could feel that one from all the way outside. Oh my. What are you doing in there with the vanguards, nosy little spies, and all those grasping dread? Terribly churlish of Rogue to lock me out of the house, and let you of all people in. Clear out the pests while you're there, why don't you? The role of exterminator suits you. Tides are too rich for my blood these days. I subsist on lighter fare, air and sweet nothings. But I can feel the Hive near you sending on their tithes ever so dutifully. Now who do you think is collecting the dues? I haven't been on speaking terms with those old invertebrates in a long time. But I've got 3 good eyes, and I can see the smoke going up from the temple chimney. A god with a bargain to make is rarely left waiting for his priest. Don't the Hive down there look perfectly gormless? Following along with the dread. No plans of their own. I certainly can't believe all my nieces and nephews are that dull. And that leads their nasty-minded auntie to think, what's everyone else up to?
Guardian down.
feel that one from all the way outside. Do you think about desires? About the animating forces of those who don't look like you? I'm not convinced you do. What does a puka dream of growing up to be? Or a ship? They're terribly opinionated. Sapience isn't the exclusive domain of the bipedal. You provincial Earthlings tend to ignore that. All these secrets, all these hidden passages, rebuilding itself to purpose whenever necessary. This ship's a tricksy one. Not the first ship full of corpses I've come across in my time. I believe I'd find it homey. Plenty of beings crave a strong hand on the wheel. A hierarchy is comforting. You always know where you stand. What a stultifying way to live. What an unimaginative game, where pieces always move as they're told. I'm escaping them all, honey. Hierarchies, games. But if a piece wants to place itself in my hands, who am I to say no? I could feel that one from all the way outside. Oh my. A failed grasp at power. Poor dears. The dread are in a pickle. They need something, anything to feel whole. And you thwart them at every turn. Does that make you feel big and strong? Like a hero? Like a killer?
As evil Arad has her hammer, and Savathun her scalpel, so the king wields a chisel. With it I carve the tablets of ruin. Anywhere I make my mark, there I create the world anew. There I cut death into the shape of my victory. So it is written. So it is. Ayat.
Brother. That Rolk stepped on even the shadow of Oryx's robes. That he dared to lock away Oryx's secrets. And I, never aware of his tools within my court. I'll break down those walls sooner or later. You can bet your boots on that, Guardian.
You have questions?